TMZ, and you are not actively involved in this. I've known you for a long time. Let's start with this third email, this third letter you got. What can you tell us about it and shed some light on it?
Well, before I get into this letter, I will tell you that the ransom letter, Sean, that we got days ago, the FBI is keenly interested in it. I'm not going to go into detail, but that letter is feeling like there is something there. The FBI is extremely interested in that letter. As for what we got, this is the third letter we received from a man who says he knows where the kidnapper is. The first two letters, he demanded $50,000. When the reward changed, he had a change of heart. So he sent us a letter at about noon today Pacific time. And he does not trust the FBI to give him the $100,000 reward. He said, essentially, I don't trust them, they don't trust me, so I'm going to deal with TMZ as the intermediary. So he wants the 100 grand, but he wants it his way. Here's the way he wants it. A fraction of a Bitcoin worth $50,000 he wants put in the account, this Bitcoin account. We have the link on that. And he says when he gets that money deposited, he will immediately provide, now Sean, I think this is really important, the name of the main individual along with his information for you to track. I think it's interesting he said main individual. By definition, he is saying that there are others involved. He goes on to say he will not touch the payment until an arrest is made, and at that point he will rely on the good faith of the FBI to deposit the remaining $50,000. A couple more things. He says that he is gambling with his safety and the quote is his possible freedom, which makes me feel like he thinks that authorities may try and implicate him in this kidnapping. So he says, and I'm going to quote from the actual letter we got, he says that the manhunt of the main individual that can give you all the answers, be prepared to go international. To me, that can only mean Mexico. So we forward that on to the authorities. They are interested in this. So this is the third letter. So far, no money has been deposited in that account. It perplexes me a little bit, but no money has been deposited, but they are looking at this and they are interested.
It perplexes me a lot. If he really cared about the safety of Nancy Guthrie and he wanted anonymity, he could just throw that tip out there who the person is. I understand he said yesterday, you said on this program yesterday, that he feels that he will be viewed as a rat and that he would need the money for his own safety and security.
Yeah, and I guess I hear you, but really that is the whole premise behind any reward, that the idea is you've got to incentivize people with money for them to come forward and do the right thing. So that really is kind of the predicate for any reward. He wants to do it his way.
Well, the scary part, though, is he may be committing a crime in the process, and we'll talk to Greg Jarrett about that. Well, let's talk about this other video. It seems odd to me. This is now the second video that you have put out of crimes in the area involving people at around the time or days surrounding this likely abduction here. I don't know what to make of it. How do you interpret it?
Well, it's a guy who's skulking around a house a couple of miles away from Nancy Guthrie's. It was shot 8 days before she was abducted. Authorities are aware of it. They're looking into it. So, look, I can't tell you, I mean, this may have nothing to do with it, but they're asking for videos. So we're doing our searching and sending on whatever we see. So I know they're looking at that. So there are really one of two ways of looking at this case. Either this is somebody who has been robbing houses in the neighborhood and this was a robbery gone wrong, or Nancy Guthrie was targeted. The robbery part is hard for me to grasp, and I'll tell you why. When you look at the video of the man at Nancy Guthrie's door, he does not look like a professional robber to me. I mean, he is kind of bumbling around. He doesn't even think about the camera on the door. He has to go pick up a shrub to cover it. He has the gun in the middle of his waist, above the crotch. And that's not the way people carry guns. You know more about guns than I do, but it's not the way people carry them. And it just doesn't feel like this is a robber who's going around the neighborhood. This just my sense is, and I don't know it, but my sense is this is much more of a targeted thing, and these other videos may yield nothing.
Oh, you're also dealing with an 84-year-old woman who's not in the best of health. And if it was about a robbery, I doubt you would take the homeowner out of the home with blood leading, down the path out the door, and not take anything else that we know of in the house. But they did add that we found DNA in the house that was not hers. What do you make of the bomb squad, the SWAT team, the mobile command center now being out and about? The only other time that mobile command center was out and about is the night they detained that one individual.
I think it's really significant. Everybody wants to know where they're going. And as your reporter said, they've been gone now for hours. So it is going to be interesting. Can I tell you one other thing that I find pretty interesting that we were looking at today?
Yes, sir. Always.
So a couple of days ago, we identified the backpack, and it was a Walmart backpack. And that was kind of interesting. But it's a common backpack, so, lasering in on who bought that one may be difficult. But we have, and the authorities say that is the correct backpack now. So we've been looking at the jacket he was wearing. And we've been looking all day. My team has really been diving into this. And we believe that this is called an Athletic Works Fusion knit jacket. We've compared it, and it's the same kind of black horizontal stripe. It's got the same zipper. It's got the same matching. It's got the same pockets. It looks like that jacket. What's interesting about that jacket is that it's sold at Walmart. So, one of the things I would assume, and I don't know, we do not know that authorities have said it's this jacket, but we've been looking at it really closely, and it really does match. If this really is the jacket, and it's a Walmart jacket, it would be interesting to know, by chance, did somebody buy that kind of backpack and that kind of jacket at the same time at a Walmart? And, they have lots of ways of checking that out. It could end up being a good clue.
Harvey, I can confirm that, in fact, that law enforcement has been checking at every local or nearby Walmart, and they're trying to go through all the different videotapes that they would have available, looking for people that might have purchased that. Now, usually that would show up on a register, and then they would try and time out, try and look back at their old videotape. So we'll see if anything comes of that. Harvey Levin, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, as always. Joining us now with more on all of today's developments, the host